Today's show brought to you by HP.
Why does Microsoft's marketing, why is it so horrible?
There are a couple of things. One is, I think that there is a clear distinction between West Coast and East Coast. From a tech standpoint, certainly, I mean, I've witnessed that in the social media sphere. There's a very, very big difference between the West Coasters and the East Coasters. Okay. But there's also a difference from a marketing standpoint as well. And people that live in the Valley and Palo Alto and, San Francisco, they live in their own little la-la land, in my opinion. They're a little bit detached from reality. They're a little bit detached from the rest of the US. So Microsoft, they live in their own little bubble. They're in Redmond. The thing about them is there's that old saying, you can't be half pregnant. They want to be the best of all worlds, but they end up being kind of a jack of all trades and master of none.
They're just like boring. I mean, their marketing is just boring.
Well, the whole I'm a PC thing, the thing is there's an acute, I think, lack of confidence and lack of identity. They don't really know who they are or who they want to be when they grow up. So half the time they're referencing the street, half of the time they're referencing Apple. There is no grounding force, there is no identity, and there's also no purpose. Remember, this is a company. Now I know Microsoft for years and years and years. When I was director of interactive media at TBW Shite Day, when I was a consultant, pre-Crayon days, I've always witnessed them being stuck in limbo.
30 seconds, what's the first 30 seconds you say to Microsoft? They just hired Crayon. You need to help them turn around their image. What's the first thing out of your mouth?
Probably just, believe it or not, I'm going to give you just 3 words. Can you believe that? Though?
No, I can't.
Which is just keep it real. I think that there's a lack of authenticity. And I don't mean it as in they're not authentic, but I think that they just need to be honest with themselves first and foremost, and then they can be honest with their consumers. And then they can actually figure out a better way to work with their consumers, to listen, to respond. I'm just keeping it real myself.
Just keeping it real.
All right,
let's shoot an episode.
Okay, let's go.
What's this one on Twitter?
Yeah, well, aren't they all?